Well. Look at the time, ladies and gentlemen. We are live and we're here.
But where are we?
We're
Oh,
here.
hey!
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 We've started off with a bang. You know what? It's been a long day. It's Wednesday, the 24th of June, 2026. Australia, Earth, Universe, Milky Way. You know what? It's so good to have you all tuning in. Thank you to everyone who picked up a virtual pack. Thank you to everyone who loves to just follow along. People are joining in as I speak. We're just kicking off our virtual. I hope you can all hear us, see us, and you have glassware, tasting mats, sample bottles, and most importantly, a refrigerated can that came in the pack of Melbourne Black.
Look at that.
From Hop Nation. We've just taken ours out of the fridge. I'm going to say it now. Let us crack it open.
You've had this before. I've not.
This is, I'm going to say it live. You're going to hear it here first. This is a Guinness beater. This is such a good beer. And I want to do a special shout out to all the boys over at Hop Nation for producing this. I think this should be on regular rotation. Please.
Thank you.
We're going to share a can so we're not being completely unprofessional whilst we present. Look at that.
We like to be professional.
Look at that. Just give that a good swirl. Okay.
Ah, yes, a swirl. Is that what you do for beer?
Oh, well, just get it all nice. That's you know what? I'm also just going to shout out Mark Teague, who I turned onto this beer because he reckons it's also one of the best stouts ever made. A shout out to Chris Loke, 8577. Ahoy hoy, you're first in. Johnny V said he was second in the gate here. An evening from Dov. Great to see you, Dov, as always. An evening all from David and Caroline Taylor. I'm going to assume that
welcome
David.
all.
Yeah, welcome all. Excellent. You know what? It's so great having you all in. As I said, we're just kicking off the tasting this evening. What a day.
Or this afternoon for Perth, if you're tuning in, you know.
Yeah, this afternoon for Perth. We really actually approcate our Perth, our WA members.
We do.
Yeah.
Late Arvo in the office.
Yeah.
We see you.
So good. I don't need the headphones. The music's finished. Otherwise, I'll wear them the whole stream.
It's the second time this happened.
This is true. But we often have lots of virtual guests on with us, and we need the headphones to hear them, or you know.
But today we're coming to you live from SMWS HQ. Live. Same couch.
Now this is whiskey to feast your palates on, a virtual tasting. But I'm just going to mention this right at the beginning. Right now on smws.com.au/shop is Last Drops. There it is. It ends June 30th. It kicked off yesterday. It's been absolutely kicking off like crazy. It's been so busy.
We've already seen a few bottles sell out.
Yeah,
Vault
so
Collection, Signature Range.
It doesn't beat Murphy's. Nothing beats Murphy. Oh, you know what? I'm going to contest that, Dov. You've got to try this Melbourne Black from Hop Nation. I think it's one of the best stouts ever made. Murphy's is a very good stout. But if we're just talking about Australian-made stouts, this is the best Australian-made stout by a long shot, in my opinion. But yeah, no, it's so great. Last Drops have just kicked off. There's vaults, there's all sorts of VCs, there's all sorts of things in there.
It's about 48 different bottles, in fact.
48 different society bottlings live on the website.
Yeah.
For those who don't know us, I'm Matt. This is Adam, and we are coming at you live from SMWS HQ. We're going to taste some whiskey. Let's do it. So let's kick off with. We're going to go in order of your menus, which starts us off with. There's a menu over there. If you want to grab that one.
Starts us off with a bit of a crisp surprise. A
crisp surprise. Now we're lucky enough that we've still got a smidge of the bottles in the office here,
because the rest all went to you guys. It's quite cool because we actually tasted a 60 last month, but it was a wildly different one. It was a dried fruits and spices flavor profile one from memory.
Look how bright that is. That's much lighter than I was anticipating. It's good.
Second fill ex-Jamaican rum barrique. No,
I've already done that. That's exciting. It's immediately quite a rummy nose. I'm nosing it before you've even finished pouring yours. I'm just that excited. I'm just excited. There you go. Take that.
Thank you. You take that.
This is a part of our flavor profile. Like this is also in the new flavor profiles. This is ripe fruits and honey. I think that's a very apt profile from the nose straight away.
Yeah.
I'll quickly just show this up on screen. You can see the flavor profiles for the society are undergoing a change. We're doing events for those around the country at the moment. There's 12 flavor profiles that now fall into 8, and they make a lot more sense. So this one's in the ripe fruits and honey. You can see on your screen right now. We're still here. We're just to the side of that cat poo.
To me, immediately, this is a Boilermaker beer.
Oh, really?
To be honest,
Boil like a dram.
Sorry,
Yeah.
boil like a dram. Yeah. This I think would go very well with a beer. I'm not just saying that because you have an amazing black stout here, made by Hop Nation, but I genuinely think this is. It's, as you said, it's quite light, and I think the nose is reflecting that. There's a bit of that sort of very touch of esteriness to it.
I love you mentioned Boilermakers, like, because that's the art of pairing. In the UK, you call it a half and half, but he will call it Boilermaker, where it's pairing a whiskey and a beer, and that sort of magical pairing of. I mean, like if we're boiling back the essence of what whiskey is, it's distilled beer without the hops. Hopefully, without the hops. Distillers use hops. Some do. Some have used hops, and shame on you. But this is great to see. But the pairing can be quite tricky.
Well, it's quite a light whiskey, and it's quite a dark beer, so it'll be interesting to see how this fares. We call this one whiskey to feast your palate on because this is a bit of a 5-course meal.
Yeah,
in a way, with a beer to go along with it. And you're going to see that we're going to be visiting 5 very, very distinctive type of whiskies.
Yeah, this is probably one of the most diverse lineups I've seen in a virtual pack in a long time. By the way, there's that line that I think Zach and our team has said it a few times, where there's the first whiskey is often what's called the death seat. That first whiskey in a lineup can be one where it's not like, oh, it's a hard first act of any show is always a bit like, oh, well, I'm waiting. This is the warm up for the main act. But in this case, this actually is the front runner, and I know it's only the first one I've had so far, but I think it's a remarkable nose on it.
I think this could have very easily slotted into, for those who are still a little bit attached to the old flavor profiles and kind of want that point of comparison. I think this is a good mix between juicy oak and vanilla and your spicy and sweet. I'm definitely getting a lot of that cask influence and those woody notes in this one.
I kind of want a bottle of this already. I will drink a bottle of this.
Good news is you can.
Guess what? You can get it right now.
$180? What?
There it is.
It's very cool.
That's very good.
And it's very different to the one we tasted last month as well, which, as I said, was dried fruits and spices. I can't remember for the life of me what it was called, but I believe that was a sherry cask matured one. And we don't see Distillery 60 too often, but we've been lucky enough to see, I think, maybe 3 this year. Yeah. And I think maybe 1 last year. Memory serves correct.
Yeah, very infrequent code for us. 49 casks in almost as many years as the society. It's
crazy.
It's averaging 1 cask a year or thereabouts. So,
shall we?
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's a lovely beer. This is. I'm hoping all your packs have arrived by now, and that you're all enjoying this live with us as we taste through these.
That's a lot lighter than I thought it would be.
Yes, what's that? Nice.
It's very light, yeah.
4.3%. It's not going to knock your socks off. It's not heavy in profile or in ABV. It's just a lovely drinking stout.
This is the whitest dark beer I've tasted, I think. I mean that in a good way. It's just it's very easy to drink, this one.
I was going to say something, but I won't say that. There you go. That was good. We'd love to see in the chat, however, I'd love to see in the chat what you think of the tasting notes, what you think of each whiskey as we go along. Do you like it? Do you love it? Have you got any tasting notes of your own? Just pop them in the comments on YouTube. Of course, you can also put them on the comments in our Facebook group on the post that I posted about this 20 minutes ago.
In Discord?
Discord as well, yeah. Actually, we're live in Discord right now as well. We have a society Discord. We'd love for you to join in. We get lots of people on the Discord chatting every day.
This is an interesting start. I think this is a good place to start because it is quite a light whiskey. The ABV does it does hit you a little bit. High 50s? 57.1 roughly. But I think this pairs quite well.
Is it 57.1 or is it roughly 57.1?
Roughly high 50s, 57.1.
Which is in the old language exactly 100 proof. Or if I get that wrong, I think Zach pulled me up on that once. He said it was 57.2 or something. Yeah, very cool. And Dov, your pack arrived. That's great to know. Great to know. I'm glad they've all arrived. We're all having a taste of these as we go along. Like I said, these bottlings are all available, which is not always the case every time we do this virtual. Sometimes we're tasting things that are either upcoming or accidentally sold out. So,
well, this is a good mix of current releases plus one of last month's releases, which is the 138, which I believe there are only maybe 4 or 5 bottles left.
Yeah.
Because that was a winner, and we also didn't get many of them at all.
So let's talk about Distillery 60 just for a second. Highland Distillery. What can I tell you about it? It's part of the Bacardi group, and a lot of it, most of their spirit goes into blends that you might know as Dewars. But they do have a single malt range. Not very, I wouldn't say it's a big brand for them as a single malt. It'd probably be less than 1 to 5% of their output would go into single malt. So being able to get single casks like this is always a real treat. And I think something that just we should appreciate.
Fun fact, I'm pretty sure an Aberfeldy was one of the champs bottlings last year. Whether it was a red herring or one that actually was.
You mean Distillery 60? You're unbelievable.
I didn't say that was Distillery 60. I was talking about a distillery.
Oh, that was unrelated.
That was unrelated. It was just a random fact.
Just a random Aberfeldy.
Yeah.
We weren't even talking about Aberfeldy.
No. Did you know Port Ellen might have been in champs last year?
Might have been. I very much doubt that.
That is remarkable. And I just can't get over how light and fluffy it is.
It's lovely. I think a rum cask integration. I've said before, I'm very fussy about rum casks. I find they most of the time bad rum casks just overwhelm spirit, and you may as well just drink a rum.
Do you think this is one of our rum casks? It's a second fill, Jamaican rum. Very likely.
I'd have to check the stats on this cask, but I think so. I mean, we get most of our rum casks for single cask purposes from our own rums that we've bottled. So yeah. Speaking of which, there's 2 cracking rums. No, there's at least one. I'm not going to There might be 2.
No, I think there are 2 because I know we sold one of them today. A few bottles for one of them.
Yeah, the 23-year-old. Yeah, amazing rum.
Because there's hysterical, and then there's the bizarre and bonkers, or bonkers and bizarre.
Any whiskey that we get with the word bonkers in the title is quite expensive. Just the tasting panel, like, oh, bonkers, it's going to be bonkers expensive. There we go. That's fantastic. Well, there's the QR on the screen right now, in case you haven't seen that. It's been out there for a little while. We're on Whiskey to Feast Your Palates on.
Thanks for joining us at dinner.
Thanks. Yeah. I'm going to pre-pour my next whiskey a bit. Yeah.
71.116.
I bought a bottle of this.
Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, I bought one.
Someone pointed out in the Discord chat that even though this is a bit of a winter outturn, because we are in, believe it or not, winter, there's quite a few summery and tropical themed whiskies in there, and it's true, and this is very clearly one of them. And it's very cool to see, because the last couple of months, I think we saw a 113 last month, which was tropical, or on the 135 as well, tropical mess. This month, this complements it, and the sweet and zesty flavor profile, it is remarkable.
Yeah,
and I'm really keen to see how it goes with the beer as well.
Now, Johnny V says, nice little cloyingly sweet. Yep, it's a nice first ram, Johnny. I think it works well. Dov says there are 3, I believe. 3
rums.
3 rums. So, yeah,
very possible.
Yeah,
I definitely know there's hysterical and the bizarre and bonkers. It's very possible there's another one.
And John Hitchin, I'm glad you could join us, but you're disappointed by the stout.
You know what? Look,
I'd love to know why. I mean, that's fine. You don't have to like it. I'm fascinated to know what you don't like about it.
And honestly, I think that's, if it's the reason I think it is, I think it's kind of fair, because I'm not disappointed by it, but I think I was expecting something more traditional stout, a bit more heavier.
It says on the can it's a pub stout. It's meant to be a quaffable,
that's true,
easy drinking stout.
And it is very easy drinking, but I think if you're going into it thinking, you know what, I kind of want a really traditional, heavy
English stout. It's not an English stout. And I think it shouldn't be approached like that either. So we're on to whiskey number 2, which is, as Adam said, 71.116 Tropical Paradise Beach Bar Vibes.
Single first fill bourbon maturation. So this one.
Full maturation for 14 years in a first fill ex-bourbon barrel.
This is popping. It's popping on my nose. You know, it's dancing around a bit.
So tropical. Like, that's why I bought it. Because first of all, I love 71s and 72s. They're some of my favorite codes we get through. And when I saw this was 14 years in a toasted oak, a sweet and zesty profile, I just jumped on it. I loved it.
And it is zesty. It is zesty. You know what? I think sweet and zesty has been one of my favorites of the new flavor profiles, because it's so far been many tropical whiskies, and they're not what's the word for it? I lost my train of thought. I quite like the sweet and zesty flavor profiles, where I'm going with, basically. I think they're very good.
He said a lot of words to just say one thing. I like sweet and zesty flavor profiles.
Sweet and zesty, good. Whiskey, good.
Yeah. Whiskey, good.
Whiskey, good.
I like whiskey. This is lovely. Truly, like I love. This is kind of like, I know we're heading into winter, but it's like very much a summery kind of like. If you need a dram to make you feel like you're not in winter, this is the one. This is like.
But also, we have to remember we're in Melbourne, so we get shitty weather quite a bit. But many other states are still getting some pretty decent weather, lots of sun, especially up north.
Let's be real. Anyone who lives in GC and above in Queensland, winter does not suck for you guys.
And you know what? This is something that would go great in a highball as well, to be honest.
Absolutely.
But the big question is,
does it pair with the beer?
The pair test.
The boiler test.
Let's find out.
No, not. Okay, for those playing along, actually, if you
explain the difference.
Well, a boilermaker is where you're pairing, but if you're dropping a dram in your beer, they would often call that a depth charge. There's a few other names for it. But that's the one I remember growing up with. It's usually a terrible experience, and it's just a way to get drunk very quickly.
Some might say it's elegantly cultural.
Some would be wrong. 4.3% on that stout. Like I said, not a big English stout. A lovely drop.
You know what? The stout brings out the vanilla in this 71.
Yeah.
Like really accentuates it.
Yeah. Fantastic.
71's a bit of a distillery we see regularly, but not very regularly.
Yeah. Actually, one of my favorite ever society whiskeys was a 71. It was from some time ago. I'm talking like 10 years ago. It was like 71.65 or something was the code. And it was just like, it was gorgeous. It was like one of those, like, I think it was similar stats to this 14, 15-year-old first fill bourbon barrel. I love these kind of spirits though. Like they're very honest. There's no, by the way, again, much like even more so than the previous whiskey, the Distillery 71 is like truly one of those Diageo workhorse distilleries that has no core range, has no footprint outside of being blended away. So being able to taste, again, any single malt from the distillery is fun. Single cask from the distillery is fantastic. If you've just joined us, by the way, you are watching, of course, Whiskey to Feast Your Palates on, our virtual tasting this month. But this is, and also, actually, you know what? After the second whiskey just now, I'm going to do a bit of a... you already knew what was happening.
I knew what you were going to do.
You know, Adam's wearing the Heritage hoodie. Now, there's a small number of medium and large being restocked coming up, but otherwise they are selling out fast. On the front, we've got the old Heritage logo. And on the back, we've got SNWS. You can see it there. Established 1983, the Vaults, Leeds, Scotland. So it's a bit of a throwback to where the society started. That's your calisthenics done for today. Thank you.
Yeah,
that was good. That was good
for the week.
And it's available now. I think it's $89 on the website. It's a winter hoodie. They're shipping in about a week or two from now. So keep an eye out. But like, there's still some sizes left on the website, but yeah, they are moving quick.
Hugely really successful. Received very well.
50 units only being printed. That's it.
Very soft inside. It's 100% organic cotton.
100% organic cotton. Yep.
High collar, so you really don't even need a scarf with this. It's very comfortable. It's fantastic. Pull over, no zip. Yeah, one big pocket.
Yeah, it's a cozy way to get around this winter, and I love the old Heritage monogram, and I just wanted to use that for something that we could wear. My favorite society bottling was a 30. You know, it's one of these. Dov, I love that comment because it's like people often remember like one of your first ever society bottling. I know I hired you, so I have to remember it was definitely that 130. The 130? Am I getting the code right?
138? No.
It was
130. That's
130.5 or .6.
Chichi berries.
Chichi berries.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, you would have to remember it because Miranda just charged it to your account.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember going, it's like, we'll just charge this onto Matt's account.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just build that for this. That was fun.
Harmonious as a barbershop quartet.
Yeah. I am anti-hoodie, says Dov. That's okay. If it was a true wind cheater. Well,
it sounds like you probably need the Society rain jacket then, because that thing is unbelievable and probably more up your alley.
But on that comment about favorite whiskeys, I mean, there's always certain whiskeys that stick out for you forever. And I think that's those lovely memory moments you have of certain drams and certain casks throughout time where you go, man, and it's not even about crazy specs. Like, it's not like, some 40-year-old whiskey. It's often like, some 9-year-old single cask that someone opened at something, and it's like more about the time and place rather than for me anyway. It's about time and place. It's about like sort of like that moment when someone opened something that was like really special. 66. I opened a bottle of 66 dot something. I can't remember the code on it, and it was called "I Like Big Butts," and it was a sherried 7-year-old sherried 6-year-old 7-year-old 66 full maturation in a first fill sherry butt. And it was just like, I opened that with some friends around a bonfire in someone's backyard, and it was just like hit the spot. It's like, I love that whiskeys can create those memories and those casks that you always come back to.
That's the thing. I mean, a 40-year-old whiskey is surface level memorable.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. It's the experiences that are created with it and the people around you.
It's the friends we made along the way.
Turns out
this whole time. Dov, I know exactly which bottling you're talking about there. Riding a Duck Bareback up Mount Etna.
Yes, that one.
30.94, if memory serves me correctly, or .91. I can't remember, but it was around there. It was a 9-year-old sherry 30. I remember it well. That's going back a bit. Now, let's pour whiskey number 3, shall we? I don't want to push anyone along here.
Lunchbox Luxuries.
Now, this is a much newer code, as you can see, 138.30. So only 30 casks ever bottled, from this rather peculiar distillery out of Taiwan. So Taiwanese single cask this one. I'm going to throw the QR on screen so you can see which one we're drinking. Here we go. Lunchbox Luxuries.
No, I don't think I have a photo of that one.
No, that's right. Adam's got some nice photos of some of the bottlings, but not this one. Give this a moment in the glass. Like if you've just poured
this is my favorite already.
Yeah, give this a moment. I noticed this for the first time when we were preparing the virtual kits, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's fantastic!"
I remember trying this. It would have been a couple of months. No, about a month and a half ago now at the Whisky and Almond training, and this was 2 months ago because this was actually a May Out Turn release. This was one of their top 3 favorites for that month. Like this blew everything out of the water. This is incredible. I think we only got 18 bottles in the country.
Yeah, very few.
So there's less than 8 left.
On the website
available.
So that QR will take you to the product, and if you love this, do not sleep on it. Don't be put off by that little age statement. And this is 5 years of maturation in
charred oak. First fill.
You got the bottle there?
I do. So it's in the menu too.
It's also on the bottle.
Charred new oak barrel. Yeah.
So charred new oak barrel. Which is usually what you associate with bourbon. So it can be quite confusing to your senses at first. You think, "Oh, is this a bourbon?" If you close your eyes and smell this, it's like I could be drinking a bourbon, but then again, it's got that silky malt profile still, and I think it's just ridiculous whiskey. Like, I think
it does have a few of those characteristics that I would associate with a single cask bourbon. As well, like almost that sort of a cheeseburger pickle.
Oh yeah, okay,
just a little bit on the nose.
Thing.
Yeah. Not too much, thankfully.
Not too much cheeseburger.
Pickle.
Cheeseburger.
You can never have enough cheeseburgers.
What about char siu pork?
You can never have enough char siu pork. Ever.
138.30 is unpeated. Now we've had a bunch of peated casks at 138 as well.
And we're gonna have we just had one last Friday as well.
Yeah.
My nuts are on fire.
What a great name.
The name of the whiskey, that is.
Adam also likes whiskey.
Yes.
Anyway, this is 138.30 is the code on this. Is Zach still here? No, he's still here.
Yeah.
He's
this is great.
I poured a glass of this to Zach last week, and we both just love this. It was just one of the things we go, you know what? That's it's confusing at first, but then you go, actually, you know what? And as Adam said, this was one of the most highly scored whiskeys at Whisky and Almond.
It was 90 plus. I think it was 92, 93.
93 out of 100 for Whisky and Almond is a crazy score. Like for them, 89 is fantastic. So anything above 90 has to be really, really good. So yeah, just don't miss out. Like I said, on the few of these. This is a strange distillery. Like I said,
I was about to say. So this is a government-owned distillery. It's state-run.
Yeah,
correct?
State-owned. Yeah,
state-owned.
It's almost like it's a public service that this distillery exists, and
that's fair. I'm just tasting this.
It's the most disorganized distillery I've ever been to in my life. It's like everything's everywhere. There's stuff on the floor. There's stuff on tables unorganized, and you think it disorganized, and you think it's like it's a bit mad, but it's one of those things where there's something in that, and something really cool about that.
From the chaos,
yeah.
magic is born.
And they're known for making. I'm going to get this wrong, but like they make fruit wines, cigarettes, and whiskey on site.
Nice.
That's what they're best at.
I'm surprised the ABV is at 56.7%. I would have expected this to be a lot higher. It doesn't drink like it should be higher, but 5-year-old from a Taiwanese climate would have expected a higher ABV.
No, I agree.
That's changing so much.
That's lovely. Excellent. Yeah. I reckon if you can, folks, from your 30ml sample, keep a bit of that in your glass. I reckon that's going to be one to revisit in like an hour's time after we've tasted through these.
It's interesting because it really doesn't cling to the glass at all.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it really sort of just vaporizes off the edges, and mine looks a bit sticky. It's sort of like,
okay, mine's like just.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yours going faster.
Yeah.
That's why I always there's that thing in whiskey tastings. You don't hear many presenters or ambassadors doing this anymore. But they used to talk about the legs. I think it was like one of those Richard
Patterson.
Richard Patterson, thank you. Dalmore sort of things about the hello, how are you sort of story era of whiskey.
Greeting.
Yeah, the greeting. So Johnny V's super impressed by the 71 hypnotizing nose. I agree, mate. I bought a bottle of this Johnny and purely off the nose when it came out. And I was like, I have to get one of those. I just find those 71s to be super tropical and like lots of papaya and garden fruits all in a glass. And I love that kind of whiskey. I think I was having a chat with a friend of mine recently, just a little bit off topic here, but off tangent, I should say.
On tangent,
off topic, in tangent. Just about how your palate changes over time.
Yeah.
And like the whiskeys that you maybe liked 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, or even a year ago are very different from what you like now. And how much, I mean,
absolutely.
like I went through, I was telling him that that this friend of mine was telling him that there's this, I went a whole year recently where I didn't have a single peated whiskey in the year because I was just off peat.
Like you didn't taste one or you didn't purchase a bottle?
No, neither. I just avoided it. I was like, I'm not really into my peated whiskeys at the moment. And now I'm going through a phase where I'm like, actually, I really like peated whiskey again. And I think your palate changes as you age, as what you enjoy changes. And
Well, I met you were on a spicy and dry kick.
I'm always on a spicy
that's
kick.
true.
The spicy and dry has sort of been supplanted by this profile, actually, by this toasted oak and vanilla profile in many ways. And this is fast becoming one of my favorite new profiles. Very much so. In case you're first playing along at home, if you haven't seen those profiles, of course, you can see them up on the screen, or you can see them on our website. You can see them all over the place these days.
You can walk past Whisky and Elman and see them.
Yes, you can indeed. You can walk past Whisky and Elman if you're in Melbourne and see it. There's the 8 new profiles. But toasted oak and vanilla on the top there, top left is one where. Yes,
it's got to be an easy way to do that.
Yeah. Did that work for portrait mode? I did as well. Look at that. Okay, good. But yeah, it's one of those profiles that we just love to see and love to taste, and it's one of the ones I really like. I really like those biscuity, savory kind of whiskeys, as I've said before.
They are good fun. I quite like when those biscuity, savory whiskeys in the toasted oak vanilla or spicy and dry have some sherry maturation to them. Then you're like, what is this going to taste like? This is going to be cool.
What's going on here?
And sometimes it's not even just your typical dry Oloroso style. Sometimes it is a bit of the PX.
Yeah.
This is still a winner, I think.
Yeah, it's great. It's such a good whiskey. And we've priced it very competitively. I mean, it should have been a fair bit dearer, but it's just one of those ones where you go, we want to make sure people get access to it, and what we've got available.
The age does not dictate the price.
No, it doesn't. It certainly plays a factor, but it's not all of it, is it? There you go, 138.30 Lunchbox Luxuries. There's the QR for it if you're keen on getting a bottle of this. If you're just tuning in, of course, if you've been watching along and you've just missed out on a few things, we're just tasting through what's called our whiskey to feast your palates on. And of course, as I mentioned at the beginning, it's last drop season. Look at that. There it is. I mentioned it again because it's well worth mentioning twice because the Vaults collection thing is just there's core bottling, VCs, limited created collection, but also you know what's worth mentioning as well. Any two. Adam devised this. I'm announcing it, but he devised any 2 Vaults collection bottlings purchased in one transaction. Of course, no. We'll give you. This is the biggest lead up ever.
Click the button.
Buy 2 Vaults collection and receive a $500 store voucher.
That's June and July.
Yeah, it's essentially like getting. It's essentially, I mean, most VCs hover around like 1,000-ish. So you're sort of like getting essentially a 25% cash back, which is absolutely absurd. I can't believe we're doing that and we can't afford it. Anyway, there we go. Look at that.
But you might be asking, how can that get even better?
How can this deal get it? Wow.
Wow, I'm so glad you asked, Adam. Well, it turns out that the specials prices for last drops can be stacked with the buy 2 VCs, get a $500 voucher. So you can still take advantage of both deals at the same time, but only until Sunday.
Only until Sunday, yeah. That one's only until Sunday. Ah, great. Okay, so Dov says, I haven't had a peated whiskey outside of a tasting in 2.5 years. Well, that beats my 1 year, mate. Mate, Dov, you're not a peated person. I just go up and down with these things. I just like, sometimes like sherry whiskeys. Like sometimes I avoid sherry whiskey. Sometimes I'm just craving sherry whiskey.
So you just got to ride the flavor wave.
Ride the flavor wave.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm pretty strong on is Scotch whiskey being very good in general. Which would be a problem if I didn't like Scotch
whiskey. Good.
Whiskey good. Yes.
Speaking of sherried waves and whiskey being good, I'm very excited for this next one.
Yeah.
Actually,
Let's do it.
Because this is Malt of the Month for June. And
June Malt of the Month.
We've seen quite a few distillery eights in the last few months. But I can very confidently say this tastes like none of them. This is so remarkably just like cinnamon pastries and danishes, and it's just it's in another league. I do think so. And you know what? It's not just me, because we've had that feedback from members who have purchased this bottle and then posted about it in our group and been like, this has to be tasted to believe. It's true.
Yeah.
So this is the cow enjoys swimming. And it does.
It does. The cow enjoys swimming. And I'll throw it up on screen so we can see which one we're enjoying here. There it is. 8.50. So the 50th cask we've seen now from Distillery 8. And there it is. Look at that photo. So bring that up on screen. We can all see that. Lovely. Look at that. So that did nothing. I'm just pressing buttons in this platform and do nothing. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that, huh?
Yeah. And look at that flavor wheel coaster.
Oh, look at that. So it's an 8-year-old sherried whiskey. Let's have a nose of this. Now, this is very. Now, we've said before, all the 8s we've seen lately are all from our sherry program at the Society, which is really exciting to see. This is spirit that we've matured start to finish from a distillery that starts with T and ends in do.
Amway.
No, but this is a gorgeous distillery. It's really bold.
And this one's full PX cask maturation, first fill.
You know what? I agree with that first statement on the label tasting it. It says a big, uncomplicated bruiser of a dram.
Yeah.
It is a bruiser.
It's like really juicy raisins. Like sultanas, sorry, not raisins, sultanas.
Sultanas, yeah.
Like the ones that you just get in those like little packs when you're a kid.
It might need a drop of water, that one. I'll see how we go. It's big.
That's big. A drop of water or a bit of time in glass, I think, will do it well. But the flavors are still there. It's uncompromising.
I'm going to pour the next one just so they go to the time in the glass for this next whiskey.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
I insist.
Please. Beer time.
Yeah, see how this goes. I reckon the beer, this might temper that. The beer might be a bit too big for the beer, I'm trying to say. 8.50. Kind of cool that we got to 50. It's like a nice milestone.
Well, I mean, how long was the period of not seeing Distillery 8 cask? I remember it was only 2 years ago. It was the 1983, which was the return of Distillery 8.
It was more than 10 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's one of those distilleries.
And even then, that's crazy for the amount of casks we've had since, 83.
Well, actually, that 1983 set bottling was the first 8 I'd seen in my tenure.
Yeah, okay. So, well, there you go.
Yeah. So it's very exciting to see this code back.
Believe it or not, it's actually the first 8 I've seen in my tenure too.
Anyway, moving right along. That was I need like an Adam image to throw up on the screen. You can program that in for the next tasting. Speaking of next tastings, I just want to talk tasting experiences just for a second. There's so many events going on around the country and all on snws.com.au/events. However, this is our last virtual for a couple of months. I think 1 month.
1 month.
We're just taking a 1 month break off virtual tastings, so we can realign a few things, get a few priorities right, and we'll come back with the festivals.
Yeah. We put these packs together in the office ourselves. So we're just going to take a break in July.
Yep.
Sort some things out, and then we will return in August, as Matt said, for the festivals.
Yeah,
which will be a huge virtual tasting pack, and
you're still going to see our faces online. Don't worry, like we're still doing videos and things, but just we're taking 1 month. Which is 1 month off the virtuals.
We know you're all worried about that.
Very, very worried about not seeing my face for a month. What would you do?
But if you miss us that much, grab a ticket to your local event, because there is an event happening in every state over July and August. Brisbane is locked in. We just need to announce the tickets, which will happen early next week. And every other state has an event ready to go. So grab a ticket to your local festivals event, because they're going to be amazing. We're getting 18 new single casks in. But more on that in the next month.
Yeah. Festivals this year is huge. Very exciting. Including the 5 regions.
5 regions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who are fans of Wandering Alchemy, which I've heard a few people say is the best heresy we've bottled. Yeah, you're a huge fan of that. I know some members were as well. I remember shout out to Liam Smee, I think, saying that was one of the best heresies he's ever had, if not one of the best society whiskies he's ever had.
Yeah.
Which is very cool. Dave Cook says Australia Post has decided to say it's time delivering my pack. Hopefully it turns up tomorrow. Dave, you can watch along with this. We're doing it live, obviously, now, and we appreciate all of our, especially in your case, West Australian members tuning in for an afternoon dram. But Sanjavar, but we're at the mercy of Australia Post, especially going all the way over to Perth sometimes. So,
but thanks for tuning in anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I think that actually works for the beer.
No,
it's heavier, as in it is a bit too heavy for the beer, but the flavors work.
Yeah.
The density doesn't, but the flavors do.
The density.
The beer is not thick. The beer is not thick.
The thick mouthfeel or not. Yeah.
Yeah, it is not as we said, it's a very easy drinking stout.
Yeah.
But the flavors definitely meld together quite nicely.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
That's an interesting one. I don't think we have too many of those left.
No.
48 in the country.
That's a blank page.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, try again.
42 in the country.
But that was malt of the month this month, wasn't it? Yeah.
That was malt of the month at a $1.99 price, which ends next week.
So if you still want to get it at that great price.
Malt of the month prices always end the month after.
Yeah.
They are, malt of the month. So then they'll go back up to normal price.
I'm very excited by this 5th and final whiskey from tonight.
Yes.
Now, I've tasted this before. This is probably one of the... I know I bought a bottle of the second one, but this is one of the whiskeys I have tasted before. And I'm extremely excited about it. Because, first of all, I love our 4s. And second of all, this is one of the most unusual 4s we've had, I think, in a very long time. Because this one just had this fish platter and a Clyde puffer. 4.399 we're drinking now. The 5th whiskey in your pack. Give this some time in the glass. It deserves it. It's had 19 years to get to us right now. There it is on the screen, $435. Brilliant whiskey, 63.6% after 19 years. So that's a tight cask. It's big. It's held up nicely. And I just couldn't get over, when I first tasted it, I just couldn't get over how most Highland... Most
Highland whiskies.
Most distillery 4s are quite as they reach this age, they pick up this lovely sort of like gentle sort of spirit. This one still has so much vibrancy and was also
STR-PX.
Yeah, that PX Barrique, STR Barrique, like really like but I couldn't get over the fish note. Like opening a can of like mackerel or sardines on toast kind of thing, which is unusual for this whiskey. Like that's the kind of tasting notes you often give to a 19-year-old Isla whiskey, not a 19-year-old Highland whiskey. That's lovely. It's just such a decadent ram. Dave Cook says he's generally not a stout person, but I'll try this one given Adam's comments. Very nice. Give this one a go. It's a very approachable stout. It's
The worst thing that can happen is you dislike it and you throw it away. Honestly, which is not the end of the world. The best thing that can happen is you'll love it and enjoy it and may even buy more of it.
Yeah.
But, it's just a bit of flavor exploration.
This, by the way, I'll make mention. I mean, it's not really a point. This is not sponsored by Hop Nation at all. We just want to include these in the packs. We're aren't in cahoots with Hop Nation. We're just like, this is a good beer and we want to put it in the pack. Cahoots. Good word.
It's sort of got it's got that like black olive brine to it.
That's a good call. Black olive brine. This is one of the oldest. Pardon, sorry.
That's all right.
It's one of the oldest distilleries in Scotland. I'm not going to remember what year they were founded, but it definitely started with a 1.7 rather than a 1.8.
Wasn't it founded by Vikings?
No, don't get me started. No, it was started by some guy called Magnus something, who was and it was started as a brewery and then a farm or something. Like a lot of distillery stories start that way. It's not our chance. We're not here to tell a distillery story, but it is an old one, and it's one of those. It's one of those distilleries that whiskey writers and whiskey appreciators have talked about for a very long time for being one of the best whiskeys out of Scotland, and I would thoroughly agree.
This has very good sherry integration for this age. Like it's actually sweet, but it's not sickly, syrupy sweet.
No,
not at all.
No,
this is very cool. If you do like your old Highland Park, you should get on this. If you enjoyed Pete Plant's one, Heather Ember, I believe the name was.
That's a similar vein to this.
Similar vein, that had more blood and bones. This has almost no blood and bones.
Yeah, but
it is still that similar elk of spirit.
Lovely. You've been watching Whiskey to Feast Your Palates on tonight. Really appreciate it. Adam and I have been tasting through these whiskies along with our Melbourne pub stouts. Of course, it is as we approach that time of the night and we go, you know what, we've talked about each whiskey a little bit and we've said a few things. Is that the cover? Can we show that? It says July.
I believe that's the cover.
Oh, a true whiskey fairy tale. The July out turns underway and will be available to view as early as this Friday, ahead of the July outturn, which is the 5th of July. We're very excited by this outturn. We're very excited by the new format.
New format, which no one knows about because we haven't mentioned it at all.
We haven't.
And so you can look forward to a surprise. You'll notice something very different with our turn. It is not as you know it, but we hope you enjoy it. Yeah. And the bottles are still there and the content is still there, just in a new, hopefully easier to consume format. So look out on your inbox, Friday, midday AEST. And this Sunday is the last day for last drop sales. So again, any last minute purchases you need to get in.
Now's the time.
Yeah, you only have a few days left. Stackable with our Vault Collection offer. Buy two, get a $500 voucher, which continues into July as well. So even if you miss out, you'll still be able to throughout July.
Yeah, let's last drops is fantastic. It's so good. It's a chance for you to catch up on some of the bottlings you may have missed at a great price. And there's some things that we've just raided our warehouse for into financial year to find some goodies for you.
I mean, many of them only had 2 or 3 bottles and are now gone.
Yeah, like they are moving fast. So
it's only been a day and many SKUs have already disappeared. If you haven't bought tickets to your local festival tasting, grab those.
Yeah.
Taking place in August, September, July. Which I believe Perth is kicking things off. 30th of July?
Yeah.
First week of August? Yeah, 30th of July sounds right. Perth, lucky you guys, first people in the country to taste the festival bottlings.
Yeah.
How exciting is that?
Get amongst it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why not? All right. Well, thank you, Adam. Cheers.
Thank you, Matt. Cheers. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Thanks for coming along, folks. Thanks for tuning in with us live. There's been some great chatter, some great comments, some great jams enjoyed along the way. This is whiskey to feast your palates on.
Winter whiskey to feast your palates on.
Winter whiskey.
Winter whiskey. We'll see you in August.
Yeah.
Or at a tasting around.
Yeah. Sanjava.
Cheers. Did you hit end stream?
No, I just muted our mics for a second. We're almost off. We're still in the visuals. We shouldn't be allowed to. They should take us